What's up, beautiful? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kat. This is my channel and it's been a minute and there goes my light, of course. Lovely. So welcome back to my channel. I am recently coming off of a 3.5, almost 4 month long YouTube break. This is the longest break I've ever taken on YouTube. And it was much needed. My mental health was suffering, and once I stepped away, what did I need? Escapism. The answer was escapism. I know I didn't give you a chance to really think of an answer, but that's the answer. So where did I turn? Here, okay? This is where I've been, if you were wondering. I mean, not specifically, but in those. I've been in those. So, and of course, when you're reading, what's the next best thing to reading? Watching other people read. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't. Again, not giving you time to answer, but I've had a really large coffee in a small amount of time and your girl is ready. So basically, as you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be doing a 24-hour readathon. And there are 2 ways to do a 24-hour readathon that I have seen all over the internet. I think I have originally saw, I think it's Destiny said, well, do one of these. And then I saw Olivia Reads a Latte do one. I'm not sure where it originates, but there's 2 ways to do it. One is to stay up for 24 hours, and the other is to just see how many books you can read in a 24-hour period and kind of do this over a weekend. We're going to go with the door number 2 because I am not crazy enough to try to stay up for 24 hours, and I got 3 hours of sleep last night, hence the enormous coffee I just took down at, 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So, in an effort to get my YouTube groove back, I am combining my love of reading with this fun challenge for you guys. I did kind of try to do this on my own without you to hold me accountable. It did not work. I think I made it 5 hours in and was like, peace out, I'm gonna go watch YouTube. So, in an effort to keep myself actually accountable for doing this, I'm bringing you along. So here's what we've got to start with. I am going to be doing both physical reading and audiobook reading because I do have things I have to do around the house, errands I need to run where I could use AirPods and keep listening to a book, things like that. So I have currently 2 books I'm reading physically and 2 books I'm reading audio. First we have, for audio, Circe. I am on chapter 22. This is, of course, a super popular book. This is the retelling of the goddess Circe's life, essentially. You might be familiar with Madeline Miller. She also wrote Song of Achilles. So far, this is turning out to be a 3-star read. Also, how pretty is the map? Love that for me. But I have to finish this ASAP because Sunday is when I have book club, so I thought that's why this would be fun to do this weekend. And this is our book club book. We do once every other month, once every 3rd month meeting, so this was our pick, and so I have to get this one done, but I only have an hour or 2 hours left on the audiobook, and then I'm gonna start middle grade Ava Evergreen Semi-Magical Witch. I actually don't know a ton about this. I think I got this recommendation from Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin, and it looks like Ava Evergreen is a witch, but not a very good one. She needs to earn her novice witch status by her 13th birthday or she loses all of her magic. So it is spooky season. We have a bunch of spooky books to read, and I'm excited for this one. It is a 9-hour audiobook. I do listen to all my audiobooks on Libby, which is the free app connected to your library, obviously not sponsored. But this is a 9-hour audiobook. I listen to 1.25 or 1.5 speed, so it will not take me 9 hours. So then, for the 2 physical books that I'm reading right now, I'm never reading just 1 or 2 books. I'm always reading 4 or 5 because I'm psychotic, and I'm a mood reader, definitely. We have In the Company of Witches. This one is about Bryn Warren. She is a Warren witch. She and her aunts own a B&B, and one of their guests mysteriously dies in the B&B one night, and the police think that her aunt did it, one of her aunts did it. So basically, this is the story of them trying to figure out who actually did it. There's a lot more that goes into it. She's kind of lost her powers after her husband dies, and so she has to try to tap back into them. I am not even 100 pages in, 88 pages in. So far, it's really cute, super atmospheric, but a little bit slow. I am tabbing some of these books. Mostly when I tab books, it's either in mysteries or thrillers where I'm trying to like note little plot points that might have something to do with solving the mystery or solving the murder. So like there probably won't be any tabs in Ava, but there were a couple of plot point tabs in Circe, and then I just kind of gave up because I ended up realizing that I knew most of that story because I took Greek mythology in college. Thank you, liberal arts school. And then I am reading I don't know if this is YA or NA technically, but it is Addicted to You. It is the first in the Calloway Sisters series. Destiny here on YouTube has hyped this up so much that I had to pick it up. But basically it's two best friends that have equally taxing addictions. They use each other to cover them up, and they're both from super wealthy families, so they can get away with just about anything. But I don't know. I am 126 pages in. I'm really enjoying it so far. It is a definite departure from anything else I'm reading right now, and I think that's why I'm enjoying it so much. But yeah. So these are the 4 books that we are going to start with. I have lots of things that we're going to do this weekend. I have book club, of course, on Sunday, but I'm hoping we'll wrap this before book club. I have a dining room that needs to be painted. I have food preservation that I need to do. And so I'm just going to bring you guys along for all of it. Let's go downstairs, get comfy on the couch, and start. Okay, so done. As you saw, I went over to my parents' house. They are still in South Carolina. By the time you're seeing this, they're not in South Carolina, but while I'm filming this, they actually come home, well, they're driving, so they're taking 2 days to come home. So the first leg of their trip is tomorrow, but I had to get the mail and take care of their herbs and such, and I'm actually planning on doing like mostly homegrown, homemade gifts for Christmas this year. And so I took a whole bunch of herbs from her house, and then you saw me put them in my little dryer thingy. I'm doing like homemade Italian seasoning and fresh bread and fresh breadcrumbs and homemade bath salts for Christmas. So I am in the process of drying as many herbs as I can get my little paws on for all of those projects, flowers included. So I went ahead and did all of that, and I got this done in the process. which makes me happy because I'm kind of happy it's over. I don't know. This was good. This is a 3-star read for me. I think maybe I just wasn't in the mood for mythology right now. And I kind of waited until the very last minute to actually complete this book. I think it was very well written. It was very well researched. I just kind of like, I don't know, there wasn't like a ton of action, and since I know the myth and legend of Circe, this wasn't, I don't know. If you don't know anything about her, pick this up and it's probably going to be a good read for you. I can see why it's so highly rated, but for me, it's pretty average. So, in the meantime, I did go ahead and start Ava Evergreen. I am on the first chapter. The audiobook is super cute so far. I like the narrator, and I'm excited to keep going with this, but right now I want to get back to this. How far into our timer are we? Time check, almost 2 hours. So we're currently at 1 hour and 47, and I'm gonna count talking about the books as all of this stuff because it's not gonna take me very long. But so I am on page 200 and I'm on page 143, chapter 16 of Addicted to You, and that is where I am going to spend the next, I don't know how long. It is 7 o'clock. I'm still feeling a little jittery from my coffee, which is kind of why I went ahead and did that stuff with my parents, because I was hoping like moving around would get some energy out of me. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to like set a timer and do a reading sprint of 30 minutes, physically reading, and then I'll probably get up and like do some laundry, and I have to do some stuff in the kitchen, cleaning the kitchen, unloading the dishwasher. I don't know if I'm gonna get to the corn preservation today. I don't know. Corn was on sale, so I bought a whole bunch. So, you know, it's corn! It has the juice. So, if you know, you know. All right, I'm gonna get back into this. I'm actually really liking this. I really like the writing. I really like the relationship. I am anticipating getting like fully sucked into this series. So, okay, let's do it. Okay, update time. I look a little crazy. What time is it? 9:53, so it's almost 10 o'clock. Brett is still not home. We are sitting at 4.5 hours. You know, just 20 to go. Ooh, lighting issues. Okay, this is not working for me. Ooh. So Brett is at haunted houses tonight. I don't do haunted houses because of my migraines. Love that for me. So, I am on chapter 4 of Ava Evergreen and chapter 23 of Addicted to You, and they just actually had like a Halloween scene, which was timely, so love that for us. Page 224 of 360, so I don't know, I'm thinking I might be able to finish this guy tonight. I don't know, what do you think, Noodle? Noodle, what do you think? It's like you don't care. Huh, imagine that. My little buddy, she's always with me. I said Noodle. Yeah. Ooh, a paw. Thank you for sharing that paw, madam. don't know where Rory is, and Coco has been snoring, so in her crate. Her crate door's open, but she likes to hang out in there. So, yep, I'm thinking about making a snack. Do you want a snack? Oh, no, we're gonna stretch out that leg. That's what we're gonna do. One little leg. I will check in with you in a little bit. Maybe I will check in with you when I finish this book. Rory and I are here with a midnight update. 12:01. Brett is back. He's been back for about an hour. I am on chapter 8, 20% of the way through Ava Evergreen, and I don't know what chapter I'm on. I'm Addicted to You, 28, and I'm on page 294. 294. Harry Potter. Okay. So, yep, it's bedtime. I'm gonna crash, for sure. So, we're gonna stop the clock. I will probably listen to the audiobook until I fall asleep, but I'm gonna stop the clock right now. 6.5 hours. And I will pick back up with you in the morning. Good morning, party people. It is Saturday morning. I may have lied to you. I ended up staying up last night and finishing this book, so we are at over 8 hours right now, I think, on the clock. Yep, and I was just listening to the audiobook and I forgot to turn it on, so I lost another like 10 minutes. I'm not very good at this, okay? This was 4 stars. I'm excited to continue this series. It ended in a way that I was hoping it would kind of end. I can get the next book. I'm going with the reading order that's on the author's website. So I can't get the paperback that matches this cover set until like middle to end of October. So I might either get the ebook on my iPad or just wait. Like, I'm not itching like I have to pick up the next one, but I know that I might just pre-order it, and then when it arrives, I'll read it. But I did like this. So 4 stars for this one, and I did also get to page 121. I'm on chapter 12 of Ava Evergreen. I love there's like a little picture at the beginning of each, like an illustration at the beginning of each chapter. So far it's pretty cute. I don't know if it's exactly what I was hoping it would be. I think it's more of like a summer read. It's feeling more like a summer read. I was also a little surprised by all of the Asian influence that's in this. I did not know that, but it makes sense with who the author is. So, what is it? It's reading more like Kiki's Delivery Service, kind of like, if you've seen those kinds of movies, that's what it kind of feels like. So, I mean, it's pretty cute though, so I don't know. I'm not like fully jamming with it, but I'm not mad at it either. So I have 0 plans today. This is all I have to do today. So right now, I think I'm gonna try to scroll back into this, but I have pulled 2 other physical books that I might like read the first chapter of each and just see how I feel about it. So the first one is Bunny, which I feel like exploded on Book Talk and BookTube. I don't know a ton about it other than it's got like Heather's Mean Girl vibes with this clique of girls that calls each other Bunny. I don't know anything about that. All I know is it's supposed to be like a psychological thriller that you're gonna read the whole thing and be like, what the heck did I just read? That's all I know. And then I also have The Mother-in-Law by Sally Hepworth. So I've only read one other book by her. It was, I think, called The Youngest Wife or The Younger Wife. I did not give it a spectacular rating because the ending was kind of garbage in my opinion. But the writing style was really good, and that's what I liked about this one. Like, the writing style was just really comfortable, if that makes sense. So this one, sometimes I buy books and then I don't like really review the synopsis or the plot or whatever before I go into it. But basically it's about a woman who has kind of a precarious relationship with her mother-in-law, from what it sounds like. Correct me if I'm wrong. Her mother-in-law unalives herself, and there's just some speculation on if she actually did that or not. She leaves a note, but it seems a little fishy because she says she did it because she has cancer, but they can't find any traces of cancer when they do the autopsy. So, I don't know. This feels interesting. There is another book that Sally Hepworth is releasing, I think next April, that I'm excited for. But I wanted to read this one and see if like the writing style should be the same, but I want to see if I get the feeling of like comfort reading like I did with the other one. So that's what I got. I'm gonna get to it. We're gonna do a couple chapters of this, see if I can get back into it. And if I can't, I might just read the first few chapters of these. Okay, so listen. I fell asleep. Alright? I fell asleep. It's 1 o'clock. Before I fell asleep, we got to 9.5 hours. But I think staying up super late and finishing that book kicked me in the buns. So, while I was asleep, I got book mail. So I just figured we'd open the book mail and I'd make it up to you that. So from Amazon, I kind of hate how they package books. It kind of screwed them up a little bit. Well, regardless, I got the next two, I guess the only other two, other than like there's a little novella ebook only format. These are books 2 and 3 of the Shady Hollow murder mystery series. I finished book 1 this week. So if you're not familiar, basically this is a murder mystery, cozy mystery series about a bunch of woodland creatures, and it was so much better than I thought it was gonna be. Like, I thought it was gonna be cute, but it was really, really good. So I am really excited about these, and my library actually has the like little novella, which is Christmas themed. They have it, but I am on the wait list for it. I have a hold on it. So really excited about these. I don't know what either of them is about, and I don't care. So, and then the other one is one of my book boxes. So I get 2 book boxes. I get Fairy Loot, and I get the full Fairy Loot box, and then Illumicrate, I get the YA book only box, but I am on the adult book box wait list. I want the adult box too. I'll probably just do the book only for that one. Oh man, they made this one hard to get into. Okay, so, ooh girl, there's a blanket up in this biatch. Okay. Obviously not sponsored. Who is this? 6 Crimson Cranes blanket. Okay. I felt like, so I originally had the regular Illumicrate box, and then I just like, I didn't like the stuff they put in those boxes. I tend to like the stuff Fairy Loot sends a lot better. This is so thin, but also very fuzzy. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you the whole blanket. It's just like a little throw blanket. What even is it? I don't even know what it is. There's just there's a bunch of cranes. Okay, that's pretty neutral. What is that at the bottom? I have not read this book. It's actually really soft. Okay, all right, a blanket. I don't know, I don't remember what these cost. Like 30 or 40 a box. Okay, we've got another tin jar. There's always like a little thingy on the inside that tells you what everything is, but I always get to it at the end. So, we've got another tin jar, and the reflection is just horrific. I don't know what book this is from. We will find out. Where can I get this? Oh, there we go. Jesus. I don't know what this is for. Is this for tea? I don't know. I have one upstairs, which might actually be the same book series as the blanket, but it's blue, so it matches my house better. We've got botanical coasters. Those might actually work in my, oh, these are gonna work in my office super well. Okay, we've got Belladonna. We've got something I can't pronounce. Oh, a hellebore. Hellebore? Hellebore? I don't know. Nightshade. We've got a bunch of deadly plants, apparently. These are all deadly plants. Foxglove. Those are really pretty. I like those. Those will go up in my office. I have some like prints on the wall. I don't know if they're actually prints or if they're originals. They were my grandmother's, but they look kind of like these, so the coasters will match really well. Okay, we've got a garden trinket tray. I am liking this box, although it has nothing to do. Oh, I'm sorry, carden, not garden. Carden. This is Cruel Prince. Yeah, Holly Black. I actually didn't like The Cruel Prince, but everybody says the first book kind of sucks and you need to read the second one, so maybe I'll read the second one. There's always one or two things in the box that I'm not a fan of, and these trinket trays, in my opinion, are garbage. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? I don't know. Okay, and we have some worms, and we've got all of the stuff, all the paper goods. We've got a signed book plate that I'll add to the book right away. We've got our 2 tarot cards, Death and the Hangman, which are from what book? These are Belladonna. The book of the month is Belladonna, which I already have. I wonder if I have that receipt. Crap sticks. The theme of the month, I don't even know what it is, but it looks pretty. Farewell, my love. Oh, that's next month. That would explain why everything is garden-y themed. Okay. We've got the author letter. I could just slap someone right now. Ooh, it's not particularly been well. I bought this in Hilton Head, too. Oh, I could just slap someone. Oh, it's gorgeous. Crap sticks. Here it is. Nope, I am almost positive I threw out that receipt already. This one is already signed, so then whose signature is this? Oh, this was for the last book. They forgot the book plates in the last book. Okay. Yep. Okay. Ooh, pretty end papers. What's the other end paper look like? Oh, I love when they do this. Yeah, I will be getting rid of the dust jacket for this book. I don't need it. Because it literally looks even better without the dust jacket on it. Like, I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna like throw it away in case I decide to resell it or something. That happens though when you buy all the popular books and then... whatever. It's still beautiful. I'm really excited. It's on my spooky book reads shelf for the next 2 months to read. So I guess I'll be reading this copy and I'll have to figure out what to do with the other copy. I'll probably see if one of my friends wants it. Okay, so there is my book mail. I need to clean this up and I need to eat something because I had an egg earlier and that was it. I've got to eat something. Okay, catch up with you later. Okay, time for an update. We have officially hit 14 hours. It is Sunday. It's Sunday afternoon. I'm about to leave for book club. I am almost done with Ava Evergreen, and then I decided to continue reading, what is it, A Shadow in the Ember. It is the spin-off series for From Blood and Ash by Jennifer Armentrout, A Shadow in the Ember. So I'm like 150 pages into that, and yep, I'm excited to see what book we pick for book club. All of us have like super varying book tastes, so it's always kind of a crapshoot on if I'm gonna like the book or not. There have been some books that like I just refuse to read because of trigger warning content. So yep. But I'm about to leave to go do that. I made brown butter cookies to take with me, and I'm taking 2 books as suggestions. So I'm taking Other Birds. I think it's called Other Birds. I'll pop up a little duber. And then I'm also taking Bunny as my suggestions for the possible next book club book. And then I'm also going to suggest The Secret History. I haven't read that, but I'm seeing a lot of it right now. So usually we meet like every 2 or 3 months, so it might be like November, December. So autumnal vibes are still what the doctor ordered. So, all right, I will catch up with you later. I think I did that to start the last clip. Whatever. What's up, party people? Okay, so I'm back from book club. It was really, really fun, and I did finish this book in the car, even though I still have the bookmark in it. I can finish that, and then when I finish reading a book, if it's not like a special edition or a first edition or something, actually, is this a first edition? This might be a first edition, but that's why I use pencil. It is, even though this wasn't, oh, this is only 2020. Why did I think this was like a 2013 or something? Whatever. I write in, over here, the year, the last time I read it, and then like when I reread books, I'm gonna like keep adding them so I can like see what years I've reread books. I don't know. It's just part of the process. Okay. This one is like a 3.5 for me. Good Cliffy at the end. Really cute vibes. I think this would have been, I might have given it a higher rating if I'd read it over the summer, because there's like a whole like ocean tsunami city on the ocean kind of vibe. And I think that this would have been a higher rating for me if I'd read it in the summer. I guess I just like put it in my fall bucket because of Witch, but yeah, I think if you like Asian vibes and like witch vibes and family friends, like found friend vibes, like it was really cute. It was really cute. I love middle grade. I should have mentioned, I think maybe I didn't, but this is obviously a middle grade. And a lot of people really rave about it, so I am glad that I read it. Do I think I'll pick up the next one? I don't know. Maybe I might ask for it for Christmas and like see if I can get a secondhand copy off of eBay. We are 14.5 hours in, I think. This is just gonna be like a week's. It's gonna take me a week to read for 24 hours straight. I don't know how people do. I guess straight's not the correct term. But a hoozle. I took Bunny and Other Birds to book club to make suggestions. The group actually liked both of these suggestions, but they went with Bunny. So Bunny will be our December read, and I'm really excited about it. And one of my girlfriends, the one that hosted, actually said there was a group of girls in her college that called themselves the Bunnies, just like this. She's like, that's it, we're reading it. I don't care. And I was like, okay. But they did also like the idea of this book. So I just said, is it helpful that I bring a couple of books that I think the group might like? And they were like, yes, just keep bringing a couple. So I'm going to take 2 or 3 books with me to each monthly book club. I'm excited about that. So then while I was over there, my girlfriend lives by the larger Barnes & Noble in our area. So I went ahead and picked up 3 books because I have no self-control. So still reading this, like it. Went ahead and got the second book because I think did this just release? Quite possibly. April. It's smaller than the other one. I think there might be less pages. I don't know. But the covers are just so cute. Even the lady checking me out was like, that cover is so cute. And I was like, yep. And then I got an Agatha Christie Halloween party. I actually inherited my grandma's Agatha Christie collection, and she actually had the newer ones that have this spine design, so I bought the version that would fit in with hers. And I'm gonna go ahead and like mark the front page or the front cover or something with an E. Her name was Elda, so I'm gonna write an E on the cover so I know which ones are hers and which one were mine. Although it's pretty it's pretty clear which ones were hers. She was like one of those ladies that had like a distinct perfume that she ordered from France. She was that lady, okay? So like all of her stuff that I have smells like, literally I have art on my walls that if you get close enough or you take it off of the wall and sniff like the back paper of the, it sounds like a weird thing to do, but it smells like my grandmother. And like, so I could literally do one of these and tell like this is my book versus this is her book. But when you put things next to her perfume smell, sometimes it bleeds into those things. So I'm gonna mark them. But I've been seeing this one around. I haven't actually read an Agatha Christie, but I have seen some of the movie adaptations, so I know I will like them. There are so many books of hers to read. So, okay, then the last one I've been meaning to get a copy of. This is a beast. I do plan on reading this next month in Halloween month. This is an absolute monster. Do I know anything about it? Not really. But there's a hot guy with a sword that I assume is a vampire on the front, and that's good enough for me. Also, the map. We already talked about maps, right? Like, shut the F up. This is fantastic. And then I opened it up, and I was like, wait. Unsigned first edition? Okay, pull my leg. This was $30. What is it about? Oh, the dude on the front might not be a vampire, so there's that. He might be part of the Silver Order that's protecting the realm and the church from the creatures of the night because there hasn't been daylight in almost 30 years. A story of legendary battles and forbidden love, of faith lost and friendship won, and the wars of the blood and the forever king, and the quest for humanity's last remaining hope, the Holy Grail. I don't know. I know lots of people have read this and love it, and I'm like, okay, so I'm reading right now A Shadow in the Ember. That one's a meaty one. And I just have like this desire right now to read some chunky boys. So, I don't know, something that like you really have to like fully immerse in. Oh my God, there's illustrations. Stop it. This is the stuff that gets me going, you know? Ooh, this guy's got a fancy hat. Look at this guy's hat. Look at that shit. It's like a bird, but then he's also got a bird. Man, this is gonna be good. I can already tell this is gonna be, I mean, for God's sake, like, Brett and I were watching the Lord of the Rings TV show, which we actually really, really like, and we were just saying, like, this came out of like one person's brain. How does this, like, made up words, whole other languages, maps, and like, how? You know what I mean? Blows my mind. This has been a really long update, but that is what I have. We're over halfway through. I will check in with you when something of interest happens, maybe the next time I finish a book. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and start Cold's Clay, which is book number 2 in the Shady Hollow series, as my audiobook. That is 7 hours, so I do anticipate completing that within our 24-hour time frame. So, yep, that is what I've got. I have a lot of books to put away. I have another Amazon package somehow. They just materialize, okay? But yes, I'll catch up with you later. All right, party people, here's the deal. I'm gonna count this as a half win, half fail. My timer got messed up numerous times. And so I kind of like, so I got to like 16 hours and then I forgot the timer and I left it on and then it got up to 19 hours. So I was like, okay, well the last time, remember, we were at 16 hours. So I'm just gonna restart the timer and do the difference between 16 hours and 24 hours. I'm like, okay, cool, 8 hours left, whatever. And then I did it again. And then I kept forgetting to turn it on. So I know I for sure logged 20 hours in this vlog footage. I 100% have logged 20 hours. The amount, I think I've hit probably 24 hours. I just did not actually clock all of it correctly. So let's run through really quickly the books that I finished and the ratings I gave them. The first one I finished was Circe. This is a 3-star for me. I think it's really a great mythology retelling. If you like mythology, I think this would be a good one. The girls in my book club did end up really liking it. Next was Addicted to You, the first book in the Calloway Addicted series. Again, I really like this one. I think I gave it 4 stars. Really enjoyed it. I did finish Ava Evergreen. I can't remember what rating I gave it during the video, like while I was filming, but after having spent a couple of days thinking about it, I think it's somewhere between a 3.5 and a 4, so maybe if I want to be extra pretentious, I'll give it a 3.75. But I think it's good. Good Cliffy at the end. Will I pick up the next book? Maybe. I don't know. I have so many books I have to read, but I'm not absolutely dying to pick up the next one, so we will see. I might just grab it from my collection so I get it eventually. I picked this one up, I think, on eBay, so I can probably get the next one on eBay too. And then I finished Cold Clay. Yeah, because did I finish? I think I finished Shady Hollow before I started this, but I finished the second book, Cold Clay, while I was painting the dining room, which I did get done. Thank you very much. It looks fabulous. I'm so excited. I also put like chair covers on. I rehung the curtains. I did everything. It looks fabulous down there. I'm really excited. This was really great. This was 4 stars. It was not a 5-star read for me because I nailed the, like, I figured out the mystery as soon as the person who was the murderer was introduced in like the 2nd chapter. Like I knew that that's who it was. I even had suspicions as soon as I saw the map because I saw a new building on the map and I was like, that's it. So I clocked it pretty quick. But they're just, these books are so atmospheric. I love them so much. They are a comfort read for me. If you haven't read these, please pick up the Shady Hollow series. Juno Black has been contracted for 3 more books. So there's the 3 regular books, the Christmas novella, and then 3 more coming. The 4th, technically the 4th like actual novel will be out next year. So I'm really excited about it. Okay, so then I also did start the 3rd book, Mirror Lake. This is not an accurate representation of where I am in the book. I think I'm like chapter 7 or something. I'm listening to the audiobook for this one as well. I'm pretty sure I know who did it, or like what the twist is. I think it's still gonna be a good twist, and I think this is still gonna be a 4-star read for me, but so I made it part of the way through this, and then I did end up starting The Mystery of Black Hollow Lane by Julia Noble, and I am liking this so far. It is a middle grade about a girl who has a mom who works in like child psychology, and she's gonna do a reality TV show, so she ships her off to a boarding school in London, and then she starts hearing about the kids in Latin society. She gets put in Latin society, but then there's this Order of the Black Hollow Lane that she's trying to figure out what the deal is, and she's also trying to figure out the mystery of what happened to her father. So I'm almost done with this book. I'm like 70% of the way through it. I'm feeling like this is gonna either be a 2.5 or a 3-star read depending on the ending. There is a 2nd book, which they show on the back there, and no 3rd book yet, but from the Goodreads stuff, it sounds like there might be a Cliffy at the end of the 2nd book. I don't know if I'm going to pick up the 3rd or the 2nd book at this rate, but I've had this, I asked for this for Christmas last year, I'm almost positive. So it's been on my shelf for a long time, so I'm going to be happy to knock this out probably today. But there you go. My failed attempt. Oh wait, hold on, one more. A Shadow in the Ember. I got to page 228. We're on chapter 19. I'm glad I started reading this again. I am getting more into it. It's just like Jennifer Armentrout kind of writes similarly to Sarah J. Maas, where there's like a big chunk in the middle where you're just trying to push through, because these guys are so meaty. But the next book comes out in November, so I do want to get this done by then, but I will probably just like read like a few chapters each day and not push myself to shove through it. So, because I want to get through a lot of my spooky books. I was just trying to see if, since I had like the 24-hour timer going, I could really make a dent in this. And I think I read like 100 pages during the challenge, but that's about it. So, okay, so with that, we finished 4 books. We got almost through a 5th book, started a 6th, and made progress on a meaty one. So, I mean, I'm going to consider this a success. The timing was kind of garbage, but I do think I want to do this again. I would like to do this and be more aware of the timer. I'm wondering if maybe I should like set the timer on my iPad or something. I don't know. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you liked it and if you'd like me to do this again. Let me know what you're reading right now and leave me a book emoji in the comments below if you made it this far. And I'll catch you in my next video. Love you. Bye.